Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. We are live. Just started the stream, making sure that everything is working well as guys are joining. It's good to be back. It's good to be back home, to be honest. It was a very, 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 very long trip. Had a long trip over the weekend. Didn't watch the game live. But all in all, I'm happy. I'm happy to be back. Happy to be here with you guys. As usual, guys, I want to make sure the comments are working. And it's Ground Talk Live. So get involved in the chat. What's not going on? Let's see. TikTok chat. Yeah. Hi D. How are you? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Good to be back, and good to see you. Want to make sure that the comments are working. Everything is connected. Let's see. Chat on Kick. So we are going live as usual. We go live across all platforms. So in case you are not able to follow us on Twitter, you are on Facebook. We are there. You are on YouTube. We are also there. And I just want to make sure everything is working. Everything is okay. Yeah. This plug is usually good. I use Social Stream Ninja to pull all chats from the various platforms, and then be able to highlight, like now D has commented our first chat of the day. Thanks very much, D, for that. Because I have an option to use another app that can combine all these chats without me using a plugin, but I lose something over TikTok. Like, I can't be able to pull chats from TikTok, display them on screen. So that's why I have like to do this every other time. But hey, we buy time before you guys come online. So yeah, I'm good. Had a very, very long weekend. I think I covered. Oh, D, welcome on board the UKG squad. Karibu to the family. Karibu to the squad. You joined the squad and you've said, hey, it's good to see you. I'm glad. Haruna Prince, I've seen you've joined. It's Eric has joined. Yeah, so as we're setting up, we're also waiting for guys to join. Today is Ground Talk Live. Today I'll accept anyone to join the call, give their views. On Mondays, as usual, this is what we usually do. In case you have anything to say, jump onto the call. I'll also post a link. On how come my it's not working. YouTube is not working. Let me just confirm. So I'll post on the YouTube chat. Feel free to jump onto there in case you want to join the call. In case you are on TikTok, you want to jump into the call, you want to give your views about United, ask questions, feel free to send a join request. I'll add you and we'll have a good chat. So as I was saying, covered a lot of kilometers over the weekend. I think it was a total of around almost 1,300 kilometers. Driving, stopping, having meetings, discussing, eating as well. In fact, today I've had a lot of issues, tummy issues. I don't know whether it's food poisoning or anyway. It is what it is. So I didn't even get to watch the game. I didn't get to watch the United game. I didn't get to watch the game live. But today I took some time before the show to watch the game, to analyze it. I've seen a lot of guys making noise on social media that the game was not good. Sheshko had a bad game. They're saying Hoyland is much better than Sheshko, and I'm wondering, hey, come on. You can't just judge a player because of one game. Completely unfair. Absolutely unfair. So, yeah. So I want us to talk about the game, see how you guys are feeling. Did you feel bad for the draw? Was it expected? What do you think about the game? So today it's all about us having a chat. As I've said, I'm looking over this screen to make sure that everything is working. TikTok is on this screen. Guys are still joining. YouTube, Kick, Facebook, as well as Twitch. It's on this other screen. So I'm making sure that both platforms are working well. I'm seeing that the YouTube subscriber plugin is not working, so I'm wondering why it's not working. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Let's see. Let's see whether it loads. Yeah, now it has loaded. Yeah, Teddy Bryan, hello to you too. It's good to be back. It's good to see you. I missed yesterday's watch along, was it? Yeah, Saturday's watch along. Yesterday I was very tired. I couldn't go live. I decided to have a rest because, as I mentioned, I believe I covered around close to 1,300 kilometers since Friday. since Friday. Boaz, unasema mko live na hamsemi. Boaz, ndio maana huwa nawaambia mweke notifications on. Tutasema aje? Tutasema aje tuko live? Put your notifications on, Boaz. Put your notifications on. And always watch out. We go live every day at 9 p.m. It's just that this weekend I was traveling. Yesterday I got really tired. I couldn't do the show. Today I was a bit late because I was having a chat with my mom over the phone. Because we didn't chat after I got back home. I was with her the entire weekend. So, yeah. Am I happy about the draw? Yes. I'm happy because going away and coming back with a point and having watched the replay, I'd say the game getting a point from Nottingham Forest. They have a new manager. We expected a new manager bounce. And that game showed that there is some progress because the old United could have lost, if we are honest. After that 2-1, after they got back those 2 goals from behind 1-0, then they scored 2 goals, the old United will have crumbled and the game will have ended like 3-1 or 4-1 or 5-1. But having seen the fight, of course, as usual, when I watched the replay, the referee made a couple of mistakes, VAR as well. There is controversy about whether the ball was off the line for a corner kick or not. Sheshko shot was deflected, no corner. Then there was all these issues about the extra time, why United got less extra time, why the referee stopped the clock at 5 minutes. Substitutions were done during the extra time, so naturally or logically, time should have been added. So, yeah, I'm sad that I didn't do the watch along. To be honest, I'm sad, but I'm happy that United were able to get the 2-2 draw. And if we are honest, there is an overreaction, and that's the topic of the day. Relax. We need to relax. Honestly, United fans, we need to relax. And I knew this was coming. And I mentioned it on Friday when we had the Chaos Squad ground. I mentioned it. If you guys were live, if you were able to watch the stream on replay, I mentioned it. I said, We need to be grounded. We need to be realistic. The 3 wins we're having, guys saying we'll win the league, we will finish top 4. And I even gave you permutations, just that I couldn't project on that day. That if United lose points, the other teams win, United will drop. If United win, other teams drop points. Then United go to second or third. But now these overreactions we have, that it's a draw, we are looking for the easiest scapegoat in Sheshko, it's unwarranted. Why as fans do we have these unrealistic expectations, like players will give an 8 out of 10 every other game? Where is that coming from? Let's stay grounded. If you are honest, let's stay grounded. Let's be realistic. This is life. This is not what do we call it? This is not a video game. This is not FIFA. I keep saying EC FIFA, EC Football Manager, where you expect a player to come in and start scoring straight away. No. Even Haaland, one of the best strikers in the league, had an off season last season. The last few games, he's not been scoring the same way he was scoring at the start of the season. The performance is deep. Why are we not being realistic? Oh, United have drawn, now it's an overreaction. No, relax. We are still on course. That's a lesson. In fact, I was looking at the statistics here. Let me see whether I can share the screen on this. Let me just share the screen on this. So you look at this table. Again, if guys on TikTok, you can't be able to see the screen quite well, jump over to YouTube. You'll see a very, very larger screen. I'm not sure whether if you can be able to rotate on TikTok to have your phone on landscape, but anyway. So you look at the stats there. The only team that has 5 straight wins is Arsenal. That's the only team that has been able to do it this season so far. If you look at Brighton, or you look at Aston Villa, yes, they have a win, loss. Let me just open the Aston Villa fixtures. Let's see. So you see, if we look at this, Premier League win, Premier League win, Premier League win, those are 3 wins. But before that, they had 2 draws. Even if we go to the next line, it's still the same. 1 win, 1 loss. The only team that has been able to do 5 straight wins is Arsenal, and they are on form. No other team has done that. Barcelona haven't gotten 5 wins in a row, I think. If I'm wrong, it's okay. I can't be wrong. But you look at that table, we need to be realistic, man. We need to be realistic. We need to be absolutely realistic. We have too high expectations. And a draw is still a good result. It's not a loss. It's 1 point gained. That 1 point can go a long way at the end of the season. Because you look at United right now, United are 10th. Let me just bring back the screen. Here's United, 10th. No, 8th, sorry. 8th with 17 points. And the second on the table is 19 points. 19. So that's a 2-point difference. And if you look at the first place, those are 8 points. So why the overreaction? And it's only 10 games played. We still have 28 more to go. Yeah, you look at from 8th position all the way to 2nd position. This will keep shifting. It will keep shifting. Teams will play each other, like United are playing Tottenham. Assuming United beat Tottenham, United are on 17 points, Tottenham are on 17. United go above Tottenham. So why are we overreacting, man? Why are we overreacting? Teddy was saying, I think we need to stay calm and give our team ample time to work on our weaknesses. True. It's the first time I'm seeing United actually fighting to get a point, to get a win. And remember, Murillo I watched the replay. I didn't watch the live match. That one I'll admit. I watched the replay. Murillo stopped a sure goal. Ahmad's shot was going in goal. The defender stopped it. Goal line clearance. That shows you United are fighting. The last 5 minutes of the game, United were dominating. They were fighting to get the win. Bruno hit the post. Ahmad scored at what time? The old United will have crumbled. Getting scored 2 goals in a matter of minutes. The old United will have crumbled. They would have been like, we give up. We give up. So you look at that, it gives you assurance. So yeah, as Teddy is saying, we need to stay calm. We need to stay calm. Why are we overreacting? I've seen guys selecting Seshko. He's a young forward. It's his first season in the PL. It's the first bad game he's had. And you saw he had a couple of shots. Some of them went wide. Some of them were saved by the keeper. Cunha also had some good performances here and there. The only person that didn't have a good performance, if I'm honest, is Dalot. Dalot didn't have a good performance in defense. He didn't have a good performance in attacking. He wasted a lot of crosses. He left his man unmarked, and it was a goal. There was a chance that Nottingham Forest got. Dalot had left his marker. He was looking at the ball instead of actually defending, looking at the striker and defending. One thing I didn't like about that game is United were a bit sluggish, were a bit slow. You look at how they were running back. Like sometimes Dalot, you look at him, he was like huffing and puffing. He's out of breath running back to defense. The team was a bit sluggish. You look at Bruno, he was slow on the ball. Casemiro was slow. Sometimes he couldn't get to the ball. But it's sometimes you just have an off day. And furthermore, away matches are really difficult. Away matches are very difficult. And I said it in the preview that we need to be realistic. I also gave my prediction as 2-1 because I knew that the Nottingham Forest game wouldn't be easy. Sean Dyche is there. He's very good at setting his team up defensively. And one thing that we did learn from that game is that United are having issues when attacking a low block. Most of the attacks were becoming wasted. So United need to improve on that. Nottingham Forest, we were able to defend the counter-attacks. That's progress. The team was able to come up and get that point. That's progress. We know the squad is not perfect. We saw Elliot Anderson in action. He played very good game. He played a very good game. The guy is saying that Šeško is worse than Højlund. How many defenders were tackling Šeško? At a time there were 2, at a time there were 3. He always had a man on him because they knew he's the outlet. He will get the cross, flick on to Mbumo, flick on to Cunha or whoever is attacking, and it's a goal, like he did versus Brighton. So they cut him out. And then you're coming to say that, or whoever is saying that Šeško is a poor striker because of 80 million. I even saw Gary Neville saying that the jury is out on Šeško, a pundit who played for United. What game were you watching? What game were you watching? Elanga was signed for 55 million. He hasn't scored. He hasn't assisted. Florian Wirtz was signed for how much? Hasn't assisted in the PL, hasn't scored. Isak. Why hasn't he? Why is the jury not out for Isak? If we go by numbers, if we go by experience, Gyökeres by now he should be having 10 goals, 5 assists, because he wasn't cheap as well. And last season he scored around 60 plus goals. So again, United fans chewing up everything that's posted on the media. Papa, you're saying we are in a rebuild process and the fans have to be patient. Momentum will come after the rhythm. Exactly. There are 2 ways to look at things. Glass half full, glass half empty. So it depends on how you look at that game. So the fans who are saying glass half empty, they will get scapegoats. They will try to say Sheshko. They will try to say, Amorim, the system, all that. The glass half full will say 4 unbeaten. United posted it and guys were like, this is embarrassing. The standards have dropped. We are celebrating 4 undefeated. Yeah, we have to celebrate. When's the last time United went 4 games unbeaten in the Premier League? Sorry, I'm scratching my back. When is the last time United went 4 games unbeaten in the Premier League? When? In fact, let me see whether I can find that tweet. I just show you what I posted. It's absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. This is the tweet. So this guy says, in the Jose, even Ole days, 4 games unbeaten wouldn't be shouted about. You wouldn't even notice it. Now it's a massive thing under Amorim because United posted 4 games unbeaten. Then I said, when you fail to win back-to-back games, standards have dropped. When fans are happy about winning back-to-back, standards have dropped. When someone posts a bit of appreciation for 4 unbeaten games following a long miserable spell, standards have dropped. Then I said, some of you are only happy when you're miserable. And that's being seen. There are fans who are just happy to be miserable because that's what they thrive on. That's how they get engagements. That's how they get engagements. Yo, what's up, bro? Yeah, what's up to you too? That name is a bit difficult to pronounce. It's a bit difficult to pronounce. But yeah, that's a comment from Kik. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Our first chatter on Kik. It's good. It's good. Let's see. Oh, the likes are really popping up. Let's see. Likes on TikTok. Who's leading? Shelby. Shelby is leading with 645 likes. 678 now, I think. Then Boaz. Shelby is very active. Number 1 on the list. As you can see, dropping 100 plus likes there. Let's see. Any other comment? Anthony Sadiki. Good to see you. Thanks for the comment there. You're saying 10 out of 12 points is not a bad start. Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's look at this table again. Let's just look at the fixtures. In October, United haven't lost a game. Let me just pull this up. In October, United haven't lost. 2-0 versus Sunderland. 2-1 versus Liverpool. 4-2 versus Brighton. The whole of October. Got all the points. November, we've already gotten 1 point. Next, we are meeting Tottenham. Then we are meeting Everton. Then we are meeting Crystal Palace. And getting 10 out of 12 points there. It's a massive plus. And whenever you are going through a tough time, whenever your team, the team you love, the team you follow is going through a tough time, you have to celebrate the small wins. You have to celebrate the small wins. If I bring back the table, look at Liverpool. Look at Liverpool. L, then win. So you want to tell me when the fans celebrated beating Aston Villa, part of the fan base would have been like, it's a disgrace that you are celebrating the win. It's a disgrace. Come on. You look at Bournemouth, DW, then L. You look at Sunderland, draw, win, loss, win. And that loss, it's against United. Arsenal is the only team that has had straight wins. Last 5 games. Look at Aston Villa. Win, then they lost. You look at United's form, it's good. So assuming we go to Tottenham and beat them, then this will shift. So it will be Let's see. No, here. So this L will disappear. Then it will be WWWDW. That's good form. So I agree with you there, Anthony. I totally agree with you. 12 points out of 10 points out of 12. It's a good return. It's a very, very, very good return. Team Falme KX, good to see you. Team Falme, you're saying Dalot is so bad. I agree with you, man. We need to sell him as soon as possible. In fact, when I was rewatching the game, Dogu came in and performed much better. So Amorim should start Dogu in the next game. Dalot, he's costing us. I dare say that the 2 goals, he was culpable in some way. He was culpable in some way. During attacking phases, his head is always down. Remember what I told you, was it last week? When you want to know a good player, look at his posture. Look at how he stands, how he sets himself. So sometimes I wonder, Dalot is not good. Dalot is not good defensively. He's not good in attack. What is he good for then? So for us to go to the next level as United, we need to start getting rid of such players. We need to start getting rid of such players. And I'm glad that at least there are some reports that United will prioritize a midfielder. And United won't be going for a loan move. So anything to do with a loan move, Amorim does not want any short-termism. He wants long-term. So if United do sign a midfielder in January, then the midfielder is for long-term. I wouldn't be surprised if United go out, let's say spend 70, 80 million in January to get a midfielder. I wouldn't be surprised. If not, then summer, definitely they are getting a midfielder or 2. So Dalot, I agree with you, Team Falme. Dalot is so bad. So bad. We need to sort out that left wing because Cunha is mostly alone. You look at Ahmad and Buma on the right, they've already clicked. Now imagine they are going to AFCON. Our right side will be bad, our left side will be bad. So this is where now you start appreciating that 1 point. Because we don't know how it will go in December, January when these guys are away on AFCON. Mazraoui came on, performed quite well. De Ligt performed well. Yoro performed well. Luke Shaw right now, you know World Cup here is here. He's performing well. He had some good tackles. Let's see, any other comment? Shelby, you're asking, what is your verdict about Dalot? I've just said it. Dalot needs to be sold. It's time to let him go. For us to get the next level, for us to stop being a mid-table club and start challenging for the top 4 this season, next season, every other season, and eventually as the project 2028 goes that United want to win the league by 2028, we need to start getting rid of all these guys, all of them. Even though Luke Shaw, Maguire, they're having good performances, for us to get the next level, we need to start getting rid of them, especially the old guards. We need to start getting rid of them. Bruno is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. He's one of the best midfielders in the world. But for us to get the next level, we have to get to a point where I say it's not about an individual, it's about the collective. And I have to give credit where it is due. Bruno was a team player in that game. Bruno at least showed that he can play in that midfield role. He was controlling play. He was changing wings. He was switching play. He was controlling the pace. He was a leader in that game. In that Forest game, let's give credit where it is due. At least for the first time, I've seen Bruno playing as a center mid, as a number 8. And then he allowed Mbumo, he allowed Cunha, he allowed Ahmad and all these players to attack. And that's what we need in a midfielder. You look at Elliot Anderson, he was tackling, passing, allowing the attackers to do their stuff. So I love Bruno. Don't get it wrong. I love Bruno. But for us to get the next level, we need to start thinking about the future. Because also Bruno is aging. He's a workhorse. And what happens with such players, it gets to a point where their form just goes down. You remember Rooney? Rooney was always at the top. Then when he got to his 30s, his game started dipping drastically. Most of the players are not able to maintain that because as he's getting slower, he has to adapt. So if he adapts at United and accepts that he's no longer the main person, I don't have a problem keeping him. But for United to get the next level, we need to start thinking about the future, thinking about the next 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 6 seasons. Will Bruno be here in 2 seasons? Will Bruno be here in 4 seasons? Right now, the core of the team is 26 and below. Casemiro, Bruno, Maguire, Luke Shaw, they're in their 30s now. So if you want to get the next level, yeah, it's good to have some experience, but we start building around the younger core. For example, like right now, if we can get someone like Baleba, Elliot Anderson, or let's say we have Elliot Anderson and Kobe in midfield, now we are starting to think about the future, starting to think like title contenders. Because what usually happens in mid-table clubs usually have one player who runs the show. You look at Wolves, they had Cunha. Look at Brentford, they had Mbumo. You look at clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, they don't have one player who runs the entire show. No, it's a collective. So for us to realize the potential of United being a big club, as it were, you look at back then, you couldn't say Scholes is the key player. You couldn't say Ronaldo is the key player. You couldn't say Tevez is the key player. You couldn't say Rooney is the key player. We had multiple key players on the pitch. Everyone could produce. Everyone could defend. Everyone could fight for the badge. But we've relied so much on Bruno such that we don't realize the potential of other players, or right now that Bruno is not the key player, we are starting to see weaknesses of other players. Like right now, we are seeing weaknesses of Ugarte. We are seeing weaknesses of Dalot. We saw weaknesses with Garnacho. We saw weaknesses with Højlund because we were so reliant on one player. Since Ole was coach, we were so reliant on one. The only time we had a team that was a bit stable was when we had Pogba, we had Fred, we had Matic. At least back then, it wasn't really about one key player. It was a collective. So for us to reach the next level, we need to start thinking about we need to think about the collective. Look at PSG, for example. Look at what's affecting Barcelona, because they want all the play to run around Lamine Yamal. You look at Liverpool. Right now they are struggling because they were so used to having Salah as the key player, as the guy who's running the show. When he's not performing, the entire team struggles. Similar to United, when Bruno is not performing, the whole team struggles. So we need to get that level where we say it's not about one player, it's about the collective. So a couple of more comments. Sadiq, you are saying the team now is playing as a unit. If not for Dalot on the weekend, we could have won that game. True, very, very true. Very, very true. Also, other players were not having a good game. And it's allowed to have an off game. But Dalot continuously keeps playing and is not having a good game. My internet is starting to have issues. Why is my internet having issues? Let me see whether I can try to deactivate some of these things. And as you see there, the number is 125 on YouTube. We want to get to 150 subscribers. So guys on other platforms, if you can head over to the YouTube channel, click the subscribe button, click the like button. The guys on YouTube already there, you are quiet. Once again, you are quiet. Please post something, post a comment, say hi. Also like the stream. Yeah, so the team is playing as a unit. Anthony, I agree with you. Absolutely, they're playing as a unit. Why do I have this scratch on my back? It's annoying. It's annoying. So yeah, as I said, for example, if the team is playing as a unit and then you have one weak player, or you have one player who's like carrying the rest of the team, then we will always be a mid-table club. The reason as to why United have always been the mid-table club the last few seasons is because we were so dependent on one player. Right now, you look at the team, at least you have multiple options. Like Mbumo can score, Cunha can score, Ahmad can score. And that's what we need. Anyone can score. So that when an opponent looks at a team, they are like, oof, we can't really defend one player. We have to defend all of them. So they will start going man marking like Brighton tried. And goals were just popping from everywhere. You look at what Sean Dyche did well. He made sure that Šeško was not getting space on the ball, because he realized Šeško was the key player in the Brighton win. Sorry, Brighton. I keep mixing Brentford and Brighton. Come on. Yeah, at least guys on YouTube have commented. In fact, let me scroll all the way down to the YouTube comment. Alitha Mula, you're saying Boaz here. Boaz, good to see you. You guys have weird names. So Boaz on TikTok, and then Mula, or is it Mula? It's good. At least now we are at 126. Thanks, Boaz, for subscribing. So the rest of you guys on TikTok, come over like Boaz. Hit the subscribe button. Let's see whether we can get to 130 subscribers before we end the live. Yeah, where was I? Let me just go on and read some of the comments here. Teddy Bryan is saying standards will come later. There is a time Klopp and Liverpool were celebrating a draw versus West Ham. Yeah, and he did mention that. And he said guys were making fun of them. I also did make fun of them. But now you look at it, you're like, these guys were working hard and they deserve that win. They deserved to win the Champions League. They deserve to win the Premier League, because it was a process. The other day, guys, is it last season, guys were mocking Arsenal for celebrating a corner. They won 1-0. They were celebrating, and guys were saying they are celebrating as though they've won the league. Look at Arsenal right now. Greens, WWW. I'm actually looking at the screen right now. Because they had to go through that process. So standards will come. I agree with you, Teddy. I absolutely agree with you. Boaz, you're saying that now you are on TikTok. Good to have you on YouTube. So guys, 127. We are at 127, as you've seen there. So 3 more, we get to 130. 3 more. We end the live at 130. So Boaz, you're saying Dalot confuses managers. Water. He's the most available on the pitch. True. He's very fit. Dalot is one of the most fit players. But you look at the performance yesterday, you sort of understand why he's fit. I've never seen Dalot lunge for a tackle, to be honest. You look at how De Ligt commits for a tackle. When was the last time you saw Dalot commit for a tackle like that? De Ligt lunges for a tackle, and then now he wakes up adjusting his shots because they've been pulled all the way up. I've never seen Dalot in a dirty kit, to be honest. I agree with you there, Boaz. Absolutely. Who else? Anthony also saying come January we should get a CDM and a left wing back. Every other position is okay. True. Right now United are 1 or 2 positions away from being serious challengers, as well as we need a good squad. As you see on the ticker there, the likes of Zaxi are pushing for a move. I don't think he will be sold or loaned out in January. I don't think it will happen. But I agree with you, Anthony. We do need a CDM or a central midfielder. Like Elliot Anderson, he's good. But I'll still insist, I'm yet to see a player worth 100+ million. I don't think Elliot Anderson is 100+ million, to be honest. He shouldn't cost more than 70-80 million. He shouldn't. He should be around 70 million with add-ons. But 100, nah. He's not worth that much. I'd rather that 100 million, then I get like Angelo Stiller for 50, 56, 60. And then get another 60 and go for another player. Like if Wharton is around 70, 80, then why should we still go for Elliot Anderson at 120? So he's a good player. I would absolutely love to have him at the club. But for 100 million, no. It's not my money. It's not my money. But I'm just saying, I don't see a player worth 100, to be honest. I don't see a player worth 100 there. Frank, you're saying United forever. There you go. GGMU, Frank KE. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for that comment. And then we have Frankie. So we had Frank KE and now we have Frankie. You're saying right side is terrifying opponents. Absolutely. Absolutely. When I watch that replay, you know the good thing about the replay is you can pause, rewind, look at the move again. You see that the right side, Elliot Anderson was mostly operating on the right side. There is a time where he was playing like a left back to stop Mbumo, because he's good at defending Elliot Anderson. There was a time he was tackling Bruno on that side. He was tackling Ahmad on that side. They are terrified of that side. Now imagine if we had left side the same as the right side. Just imagine. And then in the middle, we have a very good combative midfielder. This team is, I'm telling you, United is this close to being a very, very serious side. So Frankie, thanks for that comment. Not sure which Frank is the first time you're coming on the platform and commenting. If it's your first time, either Frank or Frankie, karibu sana. And every other person who's here hasn't commented and it's your first time, feel at home. Welcome to the UKG platform, United Kwa Ground platform. And for guys who don't know my name, I'm Simon. I'm Simon. You know, I don't post my name on the screen, but I'm Simon. So that's my name, in case you didn't know. Yeah. So Frankie, if it's your first time, or Frank, if it's your first time, feel at home. Feel at home. And guys, we are at 127, as you see there, here. We want to get to 130 before we end the stream. We have around 20 minutes to go. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. That is on YouTube. That is subscribers on YouTube. Let's see. Anthony Sadiki, you are saying the few games that Dogo and Cunha played on the left, they were better compared to Dalot when Dalot plays. True. Like the last few minutes when Dogo came in, that left side was very, very dangerous. And that's where we got most of the chances from. So I agree with you, Anthony, there. I agree with you 100%. Let's see any other comment. Frankie, you're saying, is Bruno an old guard? Yes, he is. He is. Bruno was signed during COVID. Frankie, Bruno was signed during COVID. How many seasons has he had? He recently got 300 games for United. Let me pull up his stats so that you see. Bruno is an old guard, my friend. Bruno has been there since Ole's time. How many managers have we had since then? Bruno is 31. Here are the stats now. Let me pull the screen. So guys, once again on TikTok, if you can't see the screen well, it's your fault, because you are refusing to come to YouTube. You use the big screen. So here are the stats. So you see Bruno is 31 years old. Old guard. Let's see. So where are the other stats? I want to see all Bruno stats. Or do I open what's that site's name? So you see, either way, Bruno is 31. He's been at United since COVID. Let me just open a new tab here and search Bruno Fernandes. We see a transfer market. I think that's the best site to use. Transfer market. Yeah, Bruno is an old guard, my friend. Bruno is a Frankie. I hope this is big enough. Guys on TikTok, come on, move over to YouTube so that we move together. So you see, Bruno is 31, born 1994. He joined in January 2020. and the contract expires in 2027. So those are how many years at the club? From January 2020 to January 2025. Those are 5 years. 5 years already at the club. Yeah. So the current value is at 90. The highest it can be sold is 90. So you see, Bruno started playing first team football in 2012 at Novara. Then he went to Udinese. Then he went to Sampdoria. Went back to Udinese. Then Sampdoria again. Then he was sold to Sporting. After Sporting, he went to United. So you want to say he's not an old guard? Frankie. Frankie. Bruno ni old guard. Bruno is an old guard. Team Falme are saying, finally 3K likes for you. There you go. Let me see. Yeah. And you're still pulling. That's 4,700. Yes, 4,700. Shelby is at 2049. The total likes on TikTok is 26K. Amazing. That's great. That's awesome. Oh, I didn't check this. There is a pop-up for Charles who. Why is this plugin not showing? That green pop-up you've seen where the chat is here should be red. Technology. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, comments. Yeah, finally 3K. Yeah, thanks for that, Team Falme, and everyone who's liking the stream. And guys, please make sure you share the stream. Let's get more guys to join the platform and joining. I had missed this. Kiplagat Victor, you're saying, but we need to get rid of Dalo and Dogu. I agree with Dalo. I don't agree with Dogu. Dogu is still young. And he didn't come from a team that has pressure like United. Let me try to get one of the tweets I posted today about the same. Let me just try to get it. I read for you so that you also see my point. Where was this? There you go. Here it is. Let me share the screen. So this is what I post. This is what MUFC YTP posted. They said Anthony's performance against Mallorca has led him to be dubbed a magician by the Spanish press, and also labeled him as the side superhero. What went wrong for Anthony at United? Now, I'm comparing Dogu and Anthony and other players like Hoyland, McTominay, Onana. This is what I said. Anthony, McTominay, Rashford, Onana, Hoyland, all thriving now because there is less pressure. Let me open this to be big. Let me see whether I can make it bigger for guys on TV. So Anthony, McTominay, Rashford, Onana, Hoyland, all thriving now because there is less pressure. At United, the PSI, for guys who know PSI, it's pressure per pound. Pound per pressure, I think something like that. It's like when you're filling up your tire, you measure in terms of PSI. It's off the charts. The pressure is too high. Šeško had one poor game versus Forest, and everyone is on his back. The same players people defend elsewhere got dragged every week at United. When things go wrong here, the lens zooms in instantly. That's what I said. So whenever a player is playing for United, even the slightest mistouch, even posting something on social media, even what they are eating, even when they go to a restaurant, the media is on them like this. And I keep saying, when you go and watch Anthony, when those goals he's scoring, you're only seeing that moment he is scoring. You haven't watched the rest of the match. I'm very sure he misses chances. I'm very sure he misplaces the ball. I'm very sure he dribbles and is tackled. But you'll never see those compilations. You'll only see that clip of him scoring. And then you make a judgment from that. I'm a Christian. I'll give an example of in a Christian context. A preacher or a pastor can take one verse, just one sentence, create a whole sermon, and cheat you. Like right now, most churches are businesses, if we are honest. So they will tell you, give and it shall be given unto you. But they don't read Paleju, they don't read before that verse and after. They don't read it. They highlight that part about being given, about giving and being given back. It's the same with this, like what you're saying about Dogu. The pressure right now, they are focusing on the wrong things that they are doing. They are not focusing on the good things. And one thing we have to acknowledge is Dogu has just completed 1 year at the club, 1 year. You look at Dalot, he's been here since Mourinho's time. Since Mourinho's time. So Dalot should be one of our best players because he understands the club, he's played at the club for long. He came in as a youngster. Right now he's in his prime, but he's not performing well. Basically, Dalot has hit his ceiling. But Dogu is just a young player. He was signed in January. He's just going to finish 1 year at the club in January. He came from a very small club that didn't have pressure. He's come to a much bigger club where there are high expectations. And we expect him to perform as if he's a seasoned player. He's not. He's a young lad. He was thrown into the deep. Similar to Anthony. He was dribbling, he was scoring mad goals at Ajax. But when he came to United, what happened? The pressure got to him. Pressure got to him. Look at Casemiro as well. Pressure got to him. He had to actually develop a thick skin. Maguire as well. Came, the pressure was absolutely different. Even Matic and Mata came and said, even Mount recently said, there is more pressure at United compared to Chelsea. Look at Garnacho. How many times has he been hooked off at halftime? How many times? If he was at United, the media will have been writing articles every other day. Social media will have gone crazy that Garnacho is being substituted, is a flop. Look at Højlund. Look at even Lukaku. We were saying his first touch is poor. Goes to another club like Inter Milan, he's scoring goals. So the media no longer focuses on his poor first touch, they focus on the fact that he's scoring. So Anthony has scored a couple of goals, but we don't see the other performances. Then we say United is the problem. So once again, relax, guys, relax. So Kiplagat, I agree with you. Victor Kiplagat, I agree with you. Dalot needs to go, but let's give Dogu some time. Dogu needs time. He needs support. He needs support. He needs support. Yeah, he needs support. Let's see, who else? The weekend, that is Boaz, I believe. Boaz, yeah. But now he's on YouTube as Mueller. He's saying, the weekend game needed Mount and Maguire so much. True, I agree with you. I agree with you in that aspect. But both of them had knocks. And what we know right now is United won't risk players. If they've had a slight injury, they'll be rested. They will be rested. We might see them coming on versus Tottenham. And by the way, speaking of Tottenham, did you see what happened during the game? As I was talking about the pressure. What was that player's name? Let me see whether I can get that video. You tell me whether this could happen at United. And the media wouldn't highlight it. Yeah, here you go. I'm scared of being flagged again. I'm scared of being flagged and being muted. Let's see. let me make sure I've muted the desktop audio. I want to share this so that you guys tell me. I was just talking about pressure at United. Watch this video and tell me if this happened at United, what will be in the news this week. Look at this video. I'm sure some of you have seen it. You see, the players have ignored the manager. Look. Do you think that will happen at United and then the media will stay quiet? I was talking about pressure. In case you've joined, let me just play this again so that you tell me in the comment section. If this happened, let's say it was, let's say Dogu and Amorim, and then this happens. Both players ignore the manager. Look at the manager. Look at Thomas Frank. He's looking back. Now tell me, at United, will that ever? How will the media have taken that? And you see, the media is not focusing on that because it's not United. Similar pressure. Very, very different. It's good that you mentioned this. I mentioned Tottenham and then that came into mind. Let's see any other comment. I want to hear your views. I want to read your views. If that happened at United, how will the media have reacted? Oh, and I keep missing these ones. Hugo, welcome to the UKG squad. Hugo, welcome to the UKG squad. Come on, guys, let's welcome Hugo to the UKG squad, to the UKG family. Welcome. This is one of the best Manchester United fan pages, fan platforms you'll find out there. Let me see whether I've missed another one. Let me see. Probably I missed another one reading comments. But Hugo, karibu sana. Hugo, feel at home. Welcome to the UKG squad. In case you've joined, I didn't see your notification. Please, I apologize. I'm very, very sorry. Let's see. Well, Team Falme is also very active on the likes. Kiplagat, you're saying Dalo and Dogu are liabilities to the squad. Again, Dalo, I agree. Dogu, I don't. Team Falme, 4 likes for you. Nice. Then Kiplagat, you're saying, suppose we get Wharton and Semenyo, then we are good to go. Yes, we are good to go. It also depends on whether the players will be interested in joining. Semenyo was interested, but United didn't give him a good salary. He discovered that he was being given half of what Cunha and Bumo are being offered. So he said, nah, he's not coming. And Liverpool are very interested in him. So let's see how it goes. And the fact that he signed a new contract extension, so he won't be cheap. Wharton, I agree with you. I have a feeling that Maino is being kept to play with the next midfielder that United will sign. I believe United will move on from Bruno. And then whether it's Wharton, whether it's Baleba, whether it's Anderson, they will be playing with Kobe in the midfield. So Semenyo, I would love to have him. And it's also good to see whether he will accept to play as a left wing back. Because Semenyo is a gem. And I hope he's not the sort of player. You know, there are players who usually have one or two good seasons. Then after that, you don't see them again. So I just hope he's not like that. Honestly, I just hope he's not like that. Hugo, who just joined, just commented and said, Zaxi doesn't fit this system, to be honest. Absolutely, he doesn't. He does not. And I believe he will be the first to be sold. So Hugo, again, you're saying, Maino at the moment is too slow. Remember the Carabao game. Yes, I agree. And that's why I mentioned that he needs to have a good combination in midfield. You look at the combination of midfielders we have right now. They can't play with Kobe, or Kobe can't play with them. So if Kobe can get someone like an Elliot Anderson who can run around, or a Baleba or a Wharton, then Kobe will be amazing. So it also comes down to the right fit, the right combination. So one thing I also said is Kobe also needs to adapt his game. He can be fast. I've seen Kobe running. I've seen him becoming fast. He can also adapt his game. He's still young. He can change the way he plays. Casemiro is not fast. Bruno is not fast. But the way they play to their strengths. So if Kobe can also do the same, Kobe reminds me of Michael Carrick, reminds me of Lampard, even Paul Scholes. They were not fast players, but they were able to use their strengths. They were able to make sure that they use their strengths to mitigate the fact that they are slow. Like, when is the last time you saw Paul Scholes running back to defend? It was Michael Carrick. And Michael Carrick or Fletcher were the ones who were putting themselves in good positions and defending. So Mainu at the moment, if you look at the midfield options we have, he does not have good combinations to play with him in midfield. Let's see. Then you say we need a proper January transfer window. United are usually not as active in January. Hugo, don't be disappointed if United don't have a proper January transfer window, because it's usually very, very tricky to have deals in January. It's very, 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 very tricky. And most players will say, no. Let me wait until the World Cup is played. Remember, World Cup is next year. World Cup is next year. So you might see players saying, I'm already having a good season where I am. I don't want to risk missing out on World Cup, but I'll join you in the summer. So those two aspects. The fact that, actually three. The first one is United are usually not very active in January. Number two, deals are very difficult to do in January because most players are expensive. And number three, considering that it's a World Cup here, most players or some players might say, yes, I'm interested in joining, but I don't want to risk missing out on the World Cup squad, because a player might join and then things don't go well because it's a new club, it's a new environment. They might start on the bench. We've seen Amorim when he signed someone, there are a couple of games they start on the bench. So those three. So Hugo, I agree with you. They need a proper January window, but having those three in mind, we need to lower our expectations so that we don't get too disappointed if United don't have any deals in January. Anthony, you are saying Stiller and Semenyo. I reckon we should get them both for around 120, 60 for each. Ngumu. That's very, very difficult. I'm telling you, it's very, very difficult. Let me just go back to the transfer market website before we end the show. So guys, we are close to 130 subscribers on YouTube. As you see there, it's 127. So if we can get three more subscribers, we can do this, guys. We can do this. And also, guys, on YouTube, make sure you like the stream, because when you like the stream, when you comment, it usually helps the algorithm to rank the video up. So Antoine Semenyo, let's see the market value. The market value right now is 55. So yeah, 55. So Sadiki, you are right. 60 million can be for Semenyo, based on transfer market value, that is. Stiller, let's see. Stiller was already quoted at around 56 million euros. Yeah, 45 million euros. So even if it goes to 60, yeah. So Anthony, you are spot on there. I'm wrong, you're right. You are spot on there. So 60 for each could work. 60 each could work, but knowing Bournemouth will make the deal difficult. Yeah, and Anthony Sadiki has joined the UKG squad. There you go. Karibu sana. Papa, you're saying we need someone like Kamavinga or De Jong, who is press resistant, ball stopper, and ball carrier. Papa, I agree with you to some extent, and I disagree with you to some extent. I beg to differ with you on 2 points, 1 point for each player. Number one, Kamavinga of late has been very injury prone. Let's see Kamavinga injuries. Let me see whether I can I can get the list. Kamavinga injury history. Let me post this once again, guys. If you can't see on TikTok, feel free to jump over to YouTube. You'll be able to see the screen very well. Let me see. Even if I try to maximize it, I'm sure on TikTok it's not as visible. So Kamavinga, you see, 2023-24 he had a torn knee ligament, he had an ankle sprain. Last season he missed 75 days, 22 days, 17 days, 45 days. Last season. This season so far this season, he has missed 37 days. So are we sure we want to go for him and play in the EPL, which is very, very, very physical, very, very fast? A question to you, Papa. It's a good point. It's a good point, but looking at this injury record, 75, 22, 17, 45, that's last season. The previous season, he missed 56 days. So even if we do that math, let me just calculate. What were mathematics? What were mathematics? How many days is that? Let's see. We're almost ending the show, so I need to rush. So 75 plus 22 plus 17 plus 45. 159 days. 159 days with injury. This season, he has already missed 37 days. That means it's almost 3 months of football based on number of games. 2 months of football per se, or 1 month if you go by calendar days. And you see these 37 days, of course, if he comes back, he won't start playing immediately. He'll need some time to adjust and all that. So Papa, you go and say Ugarte is good, but he's not a ball carrier and poor when it comes to ball. Yeah, it's because it's the wrong profile. Ugarte is a destroyer. Ugarte is someone who just bombards the midfield, then lets the other midfielder play. So Ugarte is a destroyer. He's not a good ball carrier. SKD, long time coup, few setbacks, but nimerudi. Welcome back, SKD. Welcome back. It's good to see you. I hope you're still live. Oh, he dropped off. But it's good to see you, SKD. I'm also back. I traveled a lot over the weekend, but it's good to see you. Setbacks, I hope everything is okay, SKD. I hope the setbacks are not too harsh on you. I hope that everything is okay. I hope you and your family are doing well. But it's always good to see you, SKD. It's always good to see you. Kevo, also good to see you. Yes, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. A bit tired. As you can see, my energy levels are a bit low. I traveled close to 1,300 kilometers since Friday. So you can imagine driving all around. When I looked at the trip meter, I did around 1,300 kilometers. That's like going to Mombasa and back, because Mombasa is 555, and then let's say doing a trip to LD from Nairobi. So yeah, I'm really, really, really exhausted. And then yesterday I couldn't even walk. My back was killing me. Today my tummy was aching. So I don't know whether I got food poisoning while traveling. So that's why my energy levels are low. But I'm good. It's good to see you. And sorry guys, I didn't do the watch along. Papa, you're also saying Anthony missed open chances yesterday. That will make him have a hat-trick, but that isn't mentioned. Exactly, as you were mentioning about that. They'll only show you the goal. They won't show you the bad bits. So guys, I need to rush the comments. Kevo, you're saying, I've started seeing some stupid Manchester United fans criticizing Seshko because of one game. We mentioned it, and that's the right word to use. Stupid. Guys are happy. There are guys who are happy when they are miserable. they are human beings. They are actual human beings that are happy when they are miserable. When they are sad, they are happy. When they are happy, they are sad. Then Papa, you're saying Dogo came in January, not even a year, bro. He has good stats at the moment. Goals are coming soon. Perspective. That's the perspective I was looking for. Always have that perspective. Give the boy time. Sadiki, you are responding to Kevo. You are saying one average game. In fact, he wasn't that bad. And they are saying he is a flop. And he has 2 goals and assists. Last weekend, last weekend, how many assists did he give? How many assists? And then now he's a flop because of 1 game. Boaz, you're saying Javi Simon. Yeah? I think... Oh, yeah, the video I was showing you, Javi Simons. Or, no, it was Jed Spence. It was Jed Spence, not Javi Simons. It's Spence foul. Papa, you're saying if that happens, media will say, oh yeah, now I had asked you about the Tottenham video. So let me just bring it back. So that when I'm reading these comments, at least guys who've joined know what you're talking about. Let's see. Yeah, if this happened at United, my word, oh my word. Let me just bring it back. Let me bring it back so that when I'm reading this comment, at least guys who've just joined know the context. So Thomas Frank beats up Jed Spence for disrespecting him. So this is what happened. You see, he's talking to him. Then the guys are like, this is an AI one. Sorry guys. I've shown the wrong video. Oh no, sorry guys. Sorry guys. That's an AI one. Now this is the true one. This is the correct one. Okay, that has made my day. Anyway, this is the original video. So you see what happened there? The players are ignoring the coach. The players are ignoring the coach. So if that happened at United, it will have been bad. So sorry guys, for it was AI generated. I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, so if that happens, let me just read the comments down here. Haruna. Kevo. I'm sorry guys. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was the original video. Hi, poleni sana. I'm really sorry. Teddy, you're saying it will be the most selling story of the week. Exactly. Exactly. It would have been the most selling story of the week. Because it is United. 2 different clubs, different pressure. Yeah. The headlines will have been that. And then they will have said Amorim has lost the dressing room. Yeah. Yeah, Kevo, you are saying, you are responding to Anthony, you are saying, let's give Seshko Dogu time. True. That's very true. Humble, you are saying, Saimo, I like your analysis. Ever United Kingdom. Okay. I thought, Humble, did you mean Manchester United, or you are watching from United Kingdom? Let me know. Yeah, thanks for the compliment. Thanks for the kind words. Thank you for that. I'm humbled. Thanks, Mahumble. As you've mentioned, or your name says Mahumble, I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Thanks for that. Anthony, you're saying someone tell Onana that he is not on loan. He ain't coming back. You know what, guys? I'll clip this I'll clip this video and post on TikTok. So make sure you also repost it with that comment. So I'll read it, the part I'll clip. Someone tell Onana that he is not on loan. He ain't coming back. Yeah. Teddy, you're saying, I don't think Kobe can fit in this Manchester United team. He cannot replace Bruno at the moment. As I said, at the moment, the midfield options we have can't play with Kobe, or Kobe can't play with them. If we can get someone like a Baleba, someone like an Elliot Anderson, someone like Stiller, Kobe will be a very good player in that midfield. Let's see. Kevo, you're also saying, but sometimes this criticism comes from a lot of United and rival fans. It's not only the media. True. There are teams. Sorry, guys. Sorry for that. There are guys on. I'm saying teams, but there are guys on social media who thrive on negativity. When they get the blue tick, like you saw UKG, you have a blue tick on TikTok. I didn't the same thing, but who's that who has joined? Anyway, I'll see it later. So the blue tick you pay right now for X, you pay. So what happens is when you get a certain number of followers, a certain number of impressions, you start getting paid. So there are rival fans, there are United fans who are using the United name in a negative way so that they can get impressions. Because someone like me, someone like Kevo, someone like, let's say Papa, who are logically thinking, they'll go and comment. That's impression. Those are impressions. And these guys keep flip-flopping. When things are going well, they are like on this side of when things are going well. When things go wrong, they go delete all the good things, they come back and start posting bad things. So yeah, most of the criticism is from United fans, and it's because they want to grow their platforms. If I wanted UKG right now we are on 4906 out of 5,000 subscribers. We are at 4,900 subscribers. If I wanted to get to 20K, I would have just come on here to be negative. If I wanted to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I would have just been negative. And I'm sure I'll have gotten a lot of views, a lot of subscribers, because people out there are getting stressed. And then United is one of the ways they are venting. So I agree with you there, Kevo. We are past the 1 hour, guys. Let me see whether there are any other comments. Hey, Melvin Mayer has really come up on the likes. And he has surpassed Team Falme. Melvin Mayer, thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. As you can see on the chat section here, he's really, really active. Kevin Vinks, you're saying, personally, I don't like Semenyo. I don't see any difference between him and Cunha's style of play. True. And that's why I said if he accepts to play as a left wing back, then okay. But I have a feeling he might not want that. Papa, you're saying I meant on the qualities, a player of such a profile of Kamavinga. Oh yeah, it's okay. Sorry for that, Papa. I think I misunderstood. I misunderstood. I apologize for that. Yeah, if we can get such a profile, and that's why Elliot Anderson will be good, Stiller will be good, Baleba will be good. So I get what you're saying. Someone who can, I mentioned it, was it on Friday? Someone who can go to the defenders, pick the ball, turn, and spray the passes. Bruno can do that. Casemiro slightly does that, but not always. So if we can get a Kamavinga or a De Jong, someone who are press resistant, they can take the ball, turn. Like Sekou Kone, the youngster you have at the academy, he's good at that. Kobe can do that. But now Kobe needs someone who can help him in case there is a mistake. He can sweep up. That's why I said you look at the profiles we have at the moment. They don't complement Kobe. They don't. Kevo, you're saying if we want a midfielder, then let's buy him in the PL. If not, just remain with Ugarte and Casemiro. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about Ugarte and Casemiro staying? Are you sure about that, Kevo? um, then let's see. Yeah, guys, sorry. I know you guys why you're laughing. I'm very, very sorry. Haruna, you're saying I'm back. I was so busy. No worries, mate. No worries. No worries. No worries. It's allowed. It's allowed. Let's see last few comments before we end the show, before we end the live. Boaz, you're saying the AI video made my night, Leo. I feel embarrassed, guys. I feel embarrassed. I should have watched it first before posting it. I hope I don't get flagged. But anyway, yeah, also my day has been made. In fact, my energies have gone up. My energy has gone up because I've had a tough day. I've had a tough day. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thanks for everyone who's joined, everyone who subscribed. Unfortunately, we did not get to 130 subscribers today. But anyway, no pressure. No pressure. We'll keep growing. Thanks for everyone who's joined on TikTok, everyone who's joined on YouTube, Kik, Twitch, everyone who's become a new member, a new squad member. Feel at home. I'll repeat again. My name is Simon. Most of the time I don't introduce myself. So I'm Simon. I love United. And we go live every other day. So I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for me to get some sleep, get some rest. And yeah, see you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow. So keep safe, keep warm, stay grounded. Don't have too high expectations when it comes to United. Don't be swayed by the negativity. Keep it united. So until tomorrow, guys, same time, 9 p.m. See you and bye-bye.